The Roman Empire's cultural influence on the daily lives of its conquered provinces was profound and far-reaching. One of the most notable impacts was the spread of Roman traditions and customs, which often blended with local practices, creating unique hybrid cultures. For example, the Romans celebrated various religious festivals throughout the year, such as the Saturnalia and the Bacchanalia, which became popular across the empire, with local communities adapting them to suit their own beliefs and traditions. Roman art and architecture also left an indelible mark. The construction of grand public buildings, such as baths, forums, and amphitheaters, transformed urban landscapes. The iconic design of structures like the Pantheon and the Colosseum has inspired architects for centuries. Even in private homes, Romans introduced innovations like underfloor heating and elaborate mosaic flooring, reflecting their love of comfort and aesthetic beauty. Entertainment played a significant role in Roman cultural influence. Gladiatorial games and chariot races in vast arenas provided thrilling spectacles, with their popularity leading to the construction of amphitheaters across the empire. Roman theatre, with its blend of tragedy and comedy, also spread, and the works of playwrights like Plautus and Terence were performed widely. The influence of Roman literature and language is also worth highlighting. The works of renowned Roman authors such as Virgil, Ovid, and Cicero have had a profound impact on Western literature. Virgil's Aeneid, an epic poem about the founding of Rome, became a source of national pride and inspired generations of writers. Ovid's Metamorphoses influenced the development of mythology and poetry, with its themes and stories woven into European art and literature. Cicero's philosophical and rhetorical treatises laid the foundation for Western philosophical thought and shaped the art of oratory. The Romans also introduced new culinary traditions, with their sophisticated dining practices and love of lavish feasts. They brought with them advanced agricultural techniques, leading to the cultivation of new crops and the development of a sophisticated trade network that distributed goods across the empire. The Roman emphasis on education and literacy also left a lasting impact. They established schools and promoted learning, with education being accessible to both boys and girls, which was unusual for the time. The introduction of writing and literacy had far-reaching consequences, improving record-keeping, facilitating trade, and enabling the spread of knowledge. The Roman alphabet, derived from the Greek alphabet, became the basis for many modern European writing systems. The Roman legal system had a profound and lasting impact on the local traditions and justice practices of the conquered provinces. One of the most significant aspects was the introduction of a comprehensive and uniform system of laws. The 12 Tables, established around 450 BCE, formed the foundation of Roman law and governed the lives of Roman citizens. However, as the empire expanded, it became necessary to create a legal framework that could accommodate the diverse populations within its borders. The Romans respected local customs and traditions, often incorporating them into their legal system. This flexibility allowed for the coexistence of Roman law and local laws, with Roman law typically taking precedence in matters of dispute. The concept of equity or fairness was a fundamental principle, aiming to ensure that justice was served regardless of technicalities. Specific Roman laws had far-reaching consequences. For example, the Lex Julia de Civitate, enacted by Julius Caesar, granted Roman citizenship to people across the empire, conferring upon them the rights and protections afforded to Roman citizens. This law revolutionized social order as it broke down traditional barriers and created a more unified and inclusive society. Another notable law was the Lex Papia Poppaea, enacted during the reign of Augustus. This law encouraged marriage and childbearing among Roman citizens to address the declining birth rate and promote traditional family values. It provided incentives for marriage and penalized those who remained unmarried or childless, reflecting the Roman ideal of a strong and populous empire. The Romans also established a sophisticated system of governance, with clearly defined hierarchies and administrative structures. They introduced the concept of separation of powers, with distinct executive, legislative, and judicial branches, which helped to ensure stability and prevent the abuse of power. Another area where the Romans left their mark is in the field of medicine. The Romans made significant contributions to medical knowledge and practice, Building upon the foundations laid by the Greeks, they established public hospitals known as valetudinaria, which provided medical care for soldiers, citizens, and even slaves. Roman physicians, such as Galen and Celsus, made advancements in anatomy, surgery, and pharmacology, with their works influencing medical practices for centuries. The spread of Latin throughout the Roman Empire had a profound impact on local languages and played a significant role in shaping the linguistic landscape of Europe. Latin served as the official language of the empire, and its use extended far beyond the Italian peninsula. In the provinces, Latin became the language of administration, law, and education, exerting a strong influence on the vernacular tongues. The impact of Latin was particularly notable in the western provinces, where it contributed to the development of several Romance languages, including French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Romanian. The vocabulary, grammar, and syntax of these languages bear strong similarities to Latin, reflecting their common origin. Many Latin words and phrases were assimilated into the local languages, enriching their expressive power and providing a foundation for literary and scholarly pursuits. The influence of Latin extended beyond the spoken and written word. It became the language of science, medicine, and philosophy, shaping the vocabulary and concepts used in these fields. The works of ancient Roman authors, such as Virgil, Cicero, and Ovid, were widely studied and provided a shared cultural heritage for educated individuals across the empire. Furthermore, the Romans introduced the concept of public libraries, stocking them with scrolls and codices containing a wealth of knowledge. The famous Library of Alexandria, established by the Ptolemies and supported by the Romans, was a center of learning and cultural exchange, attracting scholars from across the ancient world. Even in regions where Latin did not become the primary language, it left its mark. In Britain, for example, the arrival of Roman rule led to the adoption of Latin place names, many of which have survived to the present day. The influence of Latin can also be seen in the English language, which has borrowed extensively from Latin, particularly for technical and scientific terms. The spread of Latin was facilitated by the Roman policy of encouraging the settlement of veterans in the provinces, promoting the integration of Roman citizens into local communities. Additionally, the establishment of Roman colonies and the construction of roads and other infrastructure further facilitated the dissemination of the Latin language and culture. In conclusion, the Roman Empire's cultural and legal influences continue to shape our modern world in profound ways. From the traditions and customs we cherish, to the languages we speak and the laws that govern us, the Romans left an indelible mark on the societies they conquered. Their contributions to architecture, entertainment, and culinary practices have enriched our daily lives, while their legal system laid the foundation for principles of justice and governance that still resonate today. The Roman Empire's legacy extends far beyond the boundaries of its former territories. The influence of Latin, the spread of Roman legal systems, and the assimilation of Roman cultural practices have created a shared heritage that unites people across Europe and beyond. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the enduring legacy of the Roman Empire. Be sure to like and subscribe for more insightful content. And don't forget to explore our channel for a diverse range of topics that will enrich your understanding of the world.